Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's a first down for the Broncos. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now a first down throw, Simeon. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slumped.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, here's Simeon. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down. To throw with Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throwing again is Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And McManus able to put it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense. And that drives
Ooh, big, real stupid goofy, huh?
It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing on third down, Smith. He'll be brought down It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Simeon. And this one complete to Virgil Green. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Simeon. His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10, Simeon again. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, 27 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. Here's Smith. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's Simeon. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Smith with a give to Hunt. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets him a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking, and what they want to do is finish them off.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Butker able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Allen And Bailey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. 3rd down here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On the move to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Call me Mr. Tibbs.
In that situation.
You trash, boy. You a straight bum.
Go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And
What if he would have caught that and ran it for a touchdown? I would have been mad as hell. Oh, he quit. He about to quit. He about to quit. Go ahead and quit, bro. We know you about to quit. He quit it. Dun, 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 dun. I made that boy quit.